Bangor. From the Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, Bar Harbor residents. Bar Harbor becomes the latest community to take aim at the sale of flavored tobacco products.
Plus, state lawmakers are trying to figure out how to dispose of sludge from wastewater treatment plants.
And why some Belfast residents are concerned about plans to turn a vacant building into affordable housing.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Want to let you know about just a little breaking news. Doesn't sound like a big deal, but they had some kind of a fire aboard a school bus down in Northport this morning.
Right.
Apparently some electrical panels in the bus started smoking, but they have evacuated all the students from there. So if you have a parent, if you're a parent of a child in the Northport area, you may be getting a call about that. Who knows? And
there isn't much room on that part of Route 1 for anybody to pull off. So if traffic's a little slow, that may be why.
Yeah, they've got all kinds of rescuers on the scene. Doesn't sound like they have it fully under control. Not a big fire at all, but the kids did have to get off that bus. Probably a little scary for them.
Yeah, for sure.
So as far as the weather's concerned, everybody will want to take it a little easy today as they head out. We had a little snow overnight, just enough to make the roadways a little bit slick out there. Not really accumulating too much, but you will want to drive safely.
Right, which is what Devin says too in his forecast. And let's throw it over to him right now.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Century 21 Queen City Real Estate, servicing the area for over 70 years. Experience matters. All right, let's get things rolling out there this morning. A small craft advisory is posted for the counties highlighted here until about 7 p.m. later this evening. So we do have that area of low pressure that's moving away from us now. It's going to be stirring up the ocean as that does happen today, which is why we'll be dealing with that small craft advisory at least until later this evening. We've had snow moving through from the northeast to the southwest again. This will mainly occur this morning, maybe a few flurries and maybe a few raindrops throughout the day as temperatures get above freezing and well into the 40s as well, but things will start to calm down a bit during the afternoon period. Here's the big picture right now. So again, here's the area low pressure right about here moving away from us. This flow is definitely not looking as impressive now, so we'll catch a little bit of a break before another wave of energy starts to approach from the north and east as we head towards tomorrow. So the winds may get a little gusty at times out of the north at around 15 miles per hour sustained. We'll keep the winds going through tomorrow at around 10 miles per hour or so. So again, futurecast moving forward. Again, maybe a few flurries and sprinkles today, but otherwise a mostly cloudy sky. More precipitation looking to develop as we head towards Thursday morning. So your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period. Overall, we'll be under a cloudy sky with a chance for a few raindrops and some flurries. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. Fire investigators are still looking for the cause of a fire that left a Skowhegan home badly damaged. It broke out on Butler Street around 10 o'clock Tuesday morning. According to the Morning Sentinel, no one was injured during that fire, and more information should become available today.
Bar Harbor has become the latest community to ban the sale of flavored tobacco products. The town council voted last night to prohibit the sale of any tobacco product that smells or tastes like fruit, mint, chocolate, and other flavors. Supporters say it's part of an effort to make sure children don't pick up the smoking habit. Before the vote, the council heard from health experts, business people, and others. They were also shown a video recording made by local fifth graders who urged the council to adopt the ban. With the vote, Bar Harbor joins Bangor and a handful of communities in southern Maine who have also enacted a ban on flavored tobacco. Bar Harbor's new ordinance will go into effect on June 1st. Lawmakers have also proposed a statewide ban that will be considered by this legislature this session.
Some state representatives are seeking a solution to a problem that could affect Maine water districts. They're trying to figure out how to dispose of sludge created by wastewater treatment plants now that landfills are becoming less of an option. Our David Ledford explains.
This is a major emergency.
As many as 32 Maine water districts are struggling to manage their wastewater sludge. State representatives say the problem has come as a result of legislation passed last year. Known as LD 1639, an act to protect the health and welfare of Maine communities and reduce harmful solid waste.
There's so much involved when it comes to trying to get rid of this waste. It went from 17 sewage districts to 32 sewage districts throughout the state, and all the way from Kittery to Bangor, that they weren't able to get rid of their sludge.
Representatives say if the problem is not addressed, wastewater sludge could lead to a human and environmental health crisis.
if we don't get rid of the waste, we're going to see it floating downriver. Once it starts overfilling on these reservoirs that we have, it will go overflow and into the river. And then once we do that, we violated national policies.
Prior to the passing of LD 1639, landfills would receive the waste, but officials say the process has become more difficult. LD 1911, also passed last year, prohibits the contamination of clean soils with PFAS, or forever chemicals, which are found in treated wastewater sludge. Representative Scott Searway and Environment and Natural Resources Committee member Mike Soboleski met with representatives of the Kennebec Sanitary District to seek solutions to the issue. On Wednesday, March 8th, there will be a sludge management briefing before the Joint Standing Committee on Energy and Natural Resources. In Augusta, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Lawmakers are considering a bill that would make phone calls from inmates to their lawyers free. Right now, jails charge inmates a fee to make calls. Representative Travis Hassafas of Reedfield is sponsoring the bill. He says that the fee can be a problem for some inmates. Hassafas says it can keep defendants from communicating with their lawyers.
And things need to be better, and they can be better, and I'm hoping that we can all come together and find a way to make it so that there are fewer barriers between effective assistance of counsel in criminal proceedings.
Hasanfas says there also needs to be a way to make sure those phone calls are not recorded so lawyers and clients in jail can have honest and frank discussions without fear of who might be listening. A hearing for the bill has not been scheduled yet.
The Maine House passed a measure Tuesday expressing support for Ukraine and its war with Russia as its war with Russia continues. The bill's sponsor called Russia's invasion of Ukraine egregious and unprovoked and says nothing justifies supporting the extinguishing of a culture, a nation, or its people. The vote was 87 in favor of the measure and 54 lawmakers voting against it. The majority of House Republicans were against the largely symbolic gesture, with 54 Republicans voting in opposition. The joint resolution now faces consideration in the state Senate.
On Tuesday, Senate Republicans discussed proposed plans they say would improve election integrity in the state. LD 34, if passed, would require any person voting in the state to present photographic identification before they vote. Republicans say they support providing Mainers with free state-issued identification cards if legislation passes.
I think that at the end of the day, what we're really wanting to do is send the message that integrity in the process is important, and we as a state should be investing in that. If everybody has an ID for free from state, why can't you be asked to be an adult and bring it with you when you vote? We're not asking for a lot here.
However, some say the act could make it more difficult for Mainers to vote, including Secretary of State Shenna Bellows, who issued a statement on Tuesday afternoon. Quote, "As Secretary of State, I will vigorously defend Mainers' freedom to vote and fight against any efforts to make it harder for Maine voters to make their voice heard at the ballot box. We should be coming together around ways to further strengthen Maine's elections rather than debating proposals for voter suppression," unquote.
Well, meanwhile, the state of Maine is launching a new campaign to promote continued health insurance coverage with regular Medicaid or MaineCare, as eligibility and enrollment reviews are scheduled to resume in April. In March of 2020, the federal government temporarily suspended certain Medicaid requirements to help prevent people from losing their health care coverage during the pandemic. People who would have otherwise have lost their eligibility due to increased earnings, change in family status, or other reasons have remained covered. Federal law requires all states to check out who is still eligible to receive Medicaid beginning April 1st. The Maine Department of Health and Human Services projects that approximately 420,000 Mainers will be enrolled in MaineCare by 2023. They also estimate between 65,000 and 90,000 will no longer be eligible by the end of the redetermination process. The agency is urging anyone with MaineCare to go to mymainconnection.gov to set up an account and update their contact information so MaineCare can reach you when it's time to renew your coverage. You can also contact MaineCare directly.
A former Belfast Public Works Department property was cleared 2 years ago to be converted into affordable housing. While the project is still in the planning stages, it has recently been met with some complaints after the Belfast Planning Board made changes to the proposal. Our Matthew Juronsik has the story.
Currently in a housing crisis, the city of Belfast proposed a vacant property to be converted into 48 affordable housing units that will cater to those less fortunate.
There is a housing crunch right now, so we are definitely under pressure to find some solutions to have more housing here in Belfast, and that is primarily why I am excited about this project.
However, this has been met with some pushback after recent changes to the permit. It would create a condominium form of ownership. The original proposal was for a combination of affordable housing and market rate rentals. The change would make the entire 48 units affordable housing under the direction of Developers Collaborative. In spite of mixed feelings, Belfast Director of Economic Development Thomas Kittredge says the change doesn't affect anything.
It really doesn't change the nature of the project, which is to provide 48 units of affordable housing in Belfast.
Despite residents voicing their concerns about the proposed permit change, Zoffer Whitcomb, who lives right across from this property, applauds the city for putting affordable housing in this abandoned property.
I think that's great. If they can make the economics work with making it all workforce housing, the more affordable housing we can have in town in Belfast, the better.
Belfast Planning Board plans to hold a public meeting on March 8th at City Hall to discuss the matter. As for now, City Manager Aaron Herbig has a message for the community.
This will be 48 new housing units in the city of Belfast, which is really, really exciting. It has a close vicinity to our downtown, to our local schools. This is a great opportunity for families to live and work here. And that's what we're really trying to do as a community right now.
In Belfast, Matthew Juronsik reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
The time is now 8:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, happy ending to a search for a puppy stolen from its owner in Trenton. It has been rediscovered or recovered, and a man is facing charges.
But first, another check of your weather forecast. We can expect some sprinkles and flurries today. The highs will end up getting up around 42 degrees. Cloudy and breezy overnight, followed by more rain and snow tomorrow. The highs tomorrow right around 41.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
Are you considering buying a new home? A home inspection is a major step in the home buying process. Knowing the current condition of your future home is very important. From simple DIY repairs to major issues that could cost thousands down the road. Not only can TJ inspect your property, but he is also a licensed contractor. Give him a call today at 210-5000 for a free inspection quote.
Life on the farm. I don't meet girls.
I have dated a lot of guys in the city. It hasn't worked out for me.
I want the fairy tale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just haven't met you yet.
I love everything about him.
They're getting your shoes all dirty, darling. To open myself up and share my life with someone, it would mean a lot.
Farmer Wants a Wife premieres tonight on Fox.
Welcome back, everyone. A stolen 5-week-old puppy has been reunited with its owners. Serenity, the pup, was taken from her owners at RDR Shellfish in Trenton late last week. Thanks to a tip, authorities were able to track down and locate the suspected dog napper in the parking lot of the Brewer Walmart store.
And a girl, her name was Kayla French, actually saw her at McDonald's in Brewer last night, and she recognized the puppy, and she called the state police, and they were on it within 20 minutes. They had her. So I appreciate her so much for doing that.
She had apparently seen the pup on social media. As of now, Jacob Carney of Eastbrook is the only arrest that has been made in connection with the incident. He denied he had the puppy when first questioned by police, but but police say he was eventually found. The puppy was eventually found in his vehicle. Serenity's owner, Carissa Beam, says she had almost lost hope, but she's glad that the pup is back home and safe.
That's a really cute puppy.
Beautiful doggy.
That's a cute puppy. All right, in other news now, coinciding with Problem Gambling Awareness Month, Maine's Gambling Control Board has announced a new virtual program that will allow people to voluntarily exclude themselves from gambling in Maine casinos. Before the advent of the virtual program, people would have to risk the temptation of gambling by walking into a casino or designated location to fill out the form. Now it can all be done from the comfort of home. AdCare's Problem Gambling Services Coordinator, Lori Manson, says that the Gambling Board has taken a positive step to reduce the harm of gambling problems with this program.
Mainers Helping Mainers is what the group 100 Neighbors Who Care is all about. This group of community members has created a giving circle where 4 times a year they get together to donate their time and their dollars to one deserving nonprofit in Penobscot County. As Jody Hersey tells us, it's a unique concept that's attracting more and more members.
It's one of the best things I've ever done. I come away from each one of these meetings and I feel really good about what we've done here.
100 Neighbors Who Care Penobscot Valley is a group of approximately 150 members dedicated to giving back in a big way.
We were looking for something that would allow us to put back some good into the community and into the neighborhood.
This group meets at Jeff's Catering and Brewer once a quarter for 1 hour, where each member agrees to donate $100 of their own money to one of 3 local nonprofits that are nominated by the members themselves. At each of the group's meetings, representatives from the 3 nonprofits selected give a 10-minute presentation sharing what that nonprofit does in the community and how the funds from 100 Neighbors Who Care would be used. Then the group takes a vote.
And the charity receiving the largest number of votes is our recipient charity for that quarter. The members then each write their checks directly to that selected charity. No monies come to 100 Neighbors Who Care.
At Monday night's meeting, that charity was Hope for Homeless, receiving $16,000 to help their cause.
This is just going to help feed so many more people. We know our numbers are going to be already increasing for outside homeless.
Over the years, 100 Neighbors Who Care has donated to the Maine Veterans Project, UCP, and many others. Courageous Steps was the last nonprofit in 2022 to receive a donation from the group.
This is just a great example of what the power of community can have.
100 Neighbors Who Care will meet again in June to select another nonprofit worthy of support. In Brewer, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Isn't that neat? Just ordinary, everyday people coming together, giving a few $100s each year.
But they've kept it so simple, too. They donate directly to the person. It's diplomatic. They vote. That's so cool.
And so important to those nonprofits, too, because they could use every dollar they could get.
And they're raising awareness in the meantime.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
Yeah, nice job.
That's awesome. Well, the time now is 8:18. After the break, a public workshop is being held at Husson University to brainstorm ways of encouraging outdoor offerings in the Bangor area.
We'll have that story and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
Big trucks rule the road. They're dangerous and they can cause big, bad injuries. But the big trucking companies don't stand a chance against me. These companies have big insurance policies, and if you're hurt by one of these big boys, I'll fight to make them pay up for you. I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a big truck? Come out on top. Call the twos. Call 222-2222.
Toyota's all-wheel drive vehicles not only conquer the elements, Toyota conquers its competitors by sheer selection. You see, Toyota has 20 different all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models. That's more than Subaru, more than Honda, more than Jeep. Conquer most anything with a tough Tacoma 4x4, the best-selling midsize pickup for 17 years, and named best truck among midsize pickups. See your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Pepper's Landing is the definition of authentic Maine dining. Named in honor of our grandfather, the primary focus at Pepper's Landing is offering a variety of fresh, locally harvested seafood to all. We take pride in our quality and selection, but it doesn't end with just seafood. We also offer delicious selections of burgers, pasta, steaks, and more. So stop in to any of our locations and see what Pepper's Landing is all about.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
A public workshop is being held at Husson University over the next 2 days to look into ways of increasing outdoor recreation while also revitalizing the downtown area. Last spring, the Bangor community was selected to receive assistance through the Recreation Economy for Rural Communities program. That program aims to help Bangor, Brewer, Herman, and other surrounding towns to improve, connect, and promote the outdoors in those areas. The program also seeks to increase the economic opportunities available to residents. Workshop participants will take tours of some of the cultural and historic places in the region, including the Bangor Historical Society.
We're looking at how do we brand and market the area? How do we improve connectivity between the assets? What do we do for river access? And then how do we collaborate and make it work?
Barr says the goal of the 2-day workshop is to find a way to combine the outdoor and cultural assets in the region to create a community-supported brand. I think that's great that they're really focusing on the Bangor Historical Society because the location is fantastic. There's a lot that can be done there. I mean, it's walkable from downtown, and it's a cool area.
Yeah, and if you're into history, that's the place to go around here.
I am, because I'm raving and raving and raving. I think it's
I've
clear.
got some ideas, though, for this recreational part of it. First of all, I think we need like a playground out on the waterfront. It'll be great. Attract families and kids and whatever.
Yes, I'm not laughing at the idea, but I agree. Yeah.
It can be right next to the zip line I want to create from Bangor over to Brewer. You can go back and forth.
Drop off.
To the,
yes.
I mean, how fun would that be?
That sounds dangerous. Sounds fun.
But fun. I love a good zip line.
Yeah.
And I remember several years ago I saw a story, I think it was in Baileyville, where the police department closed off one of the main streets and they had sledding down the hill
that is
there.
Cool.
Why not close off Main Street in Bangor up by the bus stop and you can sled down right through the heart of the city?
Yeah, close off Main Street.
Just have like a winter festival kind of thing.
Yeah, detour all the emergency crews, whatever. We got to do sledding here. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have more ideas as we come up.
But that workshop is public, so you could go with those ideas theoretically to this workshop at Husson. I believe it's today as well. So yeah, Google it, check it out.
You never know, I might show up there.
You never know. The time is now 8:23.
Let's get a full look at that forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Century 21 Queen City Real Estate, servicing the area for over 70 years. Experience matters. Here we go. So a small craft advisory is posted until 7 p.m. later on this evening. As we're watching for some wave heights, they'll be a little bit high from time to time too, with an area of low pressure is moving out towards sea as we speak. And that's causing some of the buoys to report up to 7-foot wave heights, at least right around in here, and maybe around 2 to 6 feet further off towards the north. And again, later this evening, we'll start seeing things relax just a bit. We've had a little bit of snow moving in from the northeast going toward the south and west. Any accumulations haven't been anything too impressive. We will not be worrying about any accumulations today. Once this pushes through, just a few sprinkles, maybe a few flurries possible throughout the daytime period today. Let's give you the bigger picture. Here's low pressure right here that's moving away now. Notice the flow here is definitely not looking as impressive. Still in general, a northeast to southwest flow, but not as impressive as what we saw earlier in the week. So plotting everything on right now, overall, we're watching a little bit of a calmer stretch. So once we get this through that we're seeing this morning, just some flurries and sprinkles, now be about it. We have low pressure out toward the ocean right now and a warm front that's staying out toward the north, at least for the time being. So futurecast moving forward, we'll keep this northeast to southwest flow going for a while longer. Maybe again a few flurries and sprinkles today, as temperatures will be making it into the 40s from time to time too. But again, later on tonight, they'll be watching for a little bit of snow, especially by Thursday morning. So tonight we're actually dry. The snow approaches as we head towards tomorrow morning. morning by about 7 to 8 a.m. again, maybe mixing with a little bit of rain as temperatures may get into the 40s. Then later in the afternoon, Thursday, the clouds look to break up, so maybe some sunshine before the sun begins to set, and then things looking pretty good, especially as we head towards Friday morning. So meanwhile, though, our average high is 37 degrees for this time of the year. We'll be in the lower 40s today, tomorrow, also to your Friday, upper 30s Saturday, back in the lower 40s Sunday into Monday, upper 30s again for your Tuesday. Forecast for today, lower 40s mostly cloudy, some sprinkles and flurries possible. North wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. By tonight, upper 20s mostly cloudy and breezy. North wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. For tomorrow, lower 40s, rain and snow showers on the way again. North wind backing off to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Century 21 Queen City Real Estate. Friday will be mostly sunny, looking pretty nice. Temperatures in the lower 40s, upper 30s for your Saturday with a partly cloudy sky, and partly cloudy on Sunday. Also the time change with highs in the lower 40s.
Renovating or building new, you'll find a wide selection of high-performing, energy-efficient, and beautiful windows and doors at Hammond Lumber Company. Your Hammond sales representative will walk you through the showroom displays and help you choose options to create a personalized custom look. Free in-home measurement is available, and Hammond can deliver your order from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Bring your vision and enjoy better light and added security and energy savings with quality windows and doors from Hammond Lumber Company.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Take your taste buds on a journey and experience the brand new international menu Tuesday through Thursday only at the Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub. Every Tuesday, enjoy their delicious French cuisine. On Wednesdays, enjoy their memorable Italian delicacies. And every Thursday, be ready for a fiesta with their Mexican favorites. A full 5-course dinner for just $29.95 per person. And don't forget about their all-you-can-eat seafood Fridays. The Lucerne Inn. Beautiful dining with a delicious view.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. A Norfolk Southern train conductor with more than 2 decades of experience was killed while on the job in Ohio. It's the latest in a string of accidents involving the railway company in recent weeks. Now the National Transportation Safety Board is launching a special investigation. Fox News chief correspondent Jonathan Hunt has the story.
Another Norfolk Southern train accident in Ohio. This time in Cleveland in the early hours of Tuesday morning when a train and a dump truck collided at a steel plant, killing a conductor, 46-year-old Louis Schuster. His death and a string of recent accidents involving Norfolk Southern are now part of a special investigation by the NTSB, which will look at the company's safety practices and culture. Among the accidents, a freight train derailment in Springfield, Ohio over the weekend, where more than 24 cars left the tracks.
And I just don't understand why we're having all these train derailments.
The crash in Springfield came just weeks after the one in East Palestine, Ohio, where toxic chemicals spilled into the water and air, prompting evacuations. Despite testing showing the area is safe, residents say they still fear long-term health effects.
It's a lot of uncertainty. It's a lot of not knowing.
Hours after Tuesday's accident, company CEO Alan Shaw released a statement promising to invest more in safety going forward. Shaw saying in part, quote, "This is not who we are, it is not acceptable, and it will not continue." On Monday, the company announced a new 6-part plan to improve safety, a plan lawmakers on Capitol Hill are already questioning.
Why weren't these protocols already in place?
Senator Schumer says he'll be asking that question when the Norfolk Southern CEO testifies before the Senate on Thursday. In Los Angeles, Jonathan Hunt.
2 American victims in the deadly kidnapping in Mexico have been returned to the U.S. Eric James and Latavia McGee were brought back through Brownsville, Texas, on the U.S.-Mexican border in a convoy of SUVs and ambulances and escorted by Mexican military and National Guard trucks. A relative of one of the victims says they were traveling with 2 others last week from the Carolinas, heading for a cosmetic procedure in Mexico. They were reportedly caught in fighting amid rival cartel members upon arriving in Matamoros and then later captured. 2 people in the group were then killed. Williams suffered a gunshot wound to the leg. Mexican authorities say they do have 1 person in custody and are now searching for others.
New backlash this morning after Fox News showed new video of the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Many Republicans are now slamming the report, accusing host Tucker Carlson of deceiving his audience. It comes amid new evidence in a $1 billion lawsuit against Fox. Here's ABC's Lindsay Watts with the latest.
I think it's bull.
This morning, bipartisan outrage at Fox News host Tucker Carlson after he claimed surveillance video from the January 6th riot proves the attack was mostly peaceful chaos.
These were not insurrectionists. They were sightseers.
Lawmakers accuse Carlson of downplaying the attack, including Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell, who held up a letter from the Capitol Police yesterday, criticizing Carlson for cherry-picking calmer moments from the riot.
It was a mistake, in my view, for Fox News to depict this in a way that's completely at variance with what our chief law enforcement official here at the Capitol thinks.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, who gave Carlson exclusive access to the surveillance video, says he did it for transparency and has no regrets.
Each person come up with their own conclusion.
Carlson also aired new video of Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick, who died from a series of strokes after being assaulted. According to Carlson, the video shows Sicknick walking in the Capitol after he was attacked.
Apparently in good health after he was supposedly killed.
The Sicknick family blasted Fox, saying, "Every time the pain of that day seems to have ebbed a bit, organizations like Fox rip our wounds wide open again, and we are frankly sick of it." This all comes as thousands of pages of internal text messages and emails are being released as part of a defamation lawsuit filed by Dominion Voting Systems against the network. In an email 15 days after the January 6th attack, Chairman Rupert Murdoch wrote, "Maybe Sean and Laura went too far," referring to hosts Sean Hannity and Laura Ingraham, who echoed Trump's claims of election fraud. And according to the documents, 2 months after the election, Carlson sent a message to his producer about how badly he wanted to stop covering Trump, saying that he, quote, hates Trump passionately. And back to the January 6th video, Carlson pointed out that Capitol Police walked some protesters into the building during the riot, but security experts say that may have been a strategy by police to calm the crowd.
It's about to get more expensive to borrow cash. That's because the Fed is promising steeper interest rate hikes are coming right around the corner. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell faced some very concerned lawmakers on Capitol Hill. He told them the central bank is now prepared to raise interest rates higher and more frequently in an effort to get inflation under control, even if it causes job losses. Some lawmakers are arguing there are other ways to fight inflation, and they fear the move could lead to job losses and recession in the country.
Still to come here on the second half of our show, a glimpse at one of the Coast Guard's newest and largest cutter ships that is currently docked in Portland.
Plus, we'll have an interview with some local Maine authors whose latest book is full of stories from deep in the Maine woods. Those stories and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
If you're waiting for a sign that it's time to finally tackle that window project, here it is. Renewal by Anderson's incredible Window Replacement Days. Get all the benefits of Renewal by Anderson's exclusive and easy replacement window process. And save a lot of money while you're at it. An immediate design consultation, exclusive Fibrix composite material windows, and precise installation by highly trained certified master installers. You get it all during Renewal by Anderson's Window Replacement Days. Call Renewal by Anderson today and take advantage of this limited time offer and special financing.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
A new song.
I like that.
Cool. I like it.
Yeah. Welcome back. Today is Wednesday, March 8th, 2023. It's also International Women's Day. It's a global holiday celebrated annually on March 8th as a focal point in the women's rights movement, bringing attention to issues such as gender equality, reproductive rights, and violence and abuse against women. So important to all of us.
Women's rights, not women's right. So you said women's right as in the singular right.
Oh, they have more than one? I'm just kidding.
You're horrible.
I'm reading very poorly.
Craig, this morning, when he told me it's International Women's Day, and I was like, oh yeah, and he goes, yeah, rock on, man. It's like, okay, thank you, Craig.
I love women, you know. I believe.
Rock on.
Rock on. Yeah, I can't even do it. Rock on. There you go.
Yeah, you do need to point forward.
Devil horns, right? Yeah. So I'm learning. All right.
Okay. History fun facts. Moving forward. On this day in history, in 1790, George Washington delivered the first State of the Union address. In 1910, Raymond de la Roche became the first woman with a pilot's license. The French aviator was also the first woman to fly solo. We don't hear about her that often. I mean, Amelia Earhart is more in recent history.
She's French, so
right.
You know,
we need our American counterpart.
Heroes, yeah.
Right.
Rock on, though.
Rock on. Yeah. In 1948, the U.S. Supreme Court rules that religious instruction in public schools is unconstitutional. In 1979, the compact disc was first presented to the public, changing the way the public or people listen to music. And in what was billed as the fight of the century in 1971, Joe Frazier triumphed in a boxing match over Muhammad Ali.
Today's birthdays include Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees, who is 77. Actor Freddie Prinze Jr. is 46. Bassist Randy Meisner from the Eagles is 76. And Boston Red Sox great Jim Rice is 70 years old. Happy birthday.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of talent today, as usual. But as far as the weather goes, it's kind of messy coming in.
Yeah.
I think it's better for people leaving right about right now.
Looks like we'll be seeing more of that coming right into tomorrow, too.
Right, right. It's been a weird week weather-wise.
Yeah.
Here's Stephen Biggs with all the details.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Century 21 Queen City Real Estate, servicing the area for over 70 years. Experience matters. All right, let's get things rolling out there this morning. A small craft advisory is posted for the counties highlighted here until about 7 p.m. later this evening. So we do have that area low pressure that's moving away from us now. It's going to be stirring up the ocean as that does happen today, which is why we'll be dealing with that small craft advisory at least until later this evening. We've had snow moving through for the northeast to the southwest again. This will mainly occur this morning, maybe a few flurries and maybe a few raindrops throughout the day as temperatures get above freezing and well into the 40s as well, but things will start to calm down a bit during the afternoon period. Here's the big picture right now. So again, here's the area low pressure right about here moving away from us. This flow is definitely not looking as impressive now, so we'll catch a little bit of a break before another wave of energy starts to approach from the north and east as we head towards tomorrow. So the winds may get a little gusty at times out of the north at around 15 miles per hour sustained. We'll keep the winds going through tomorrow at around 10 miles per hour or so. So again, futurecast moving forward. Again, maybe a few flurries and sprinkles today, but otherwise a mostly cloudy sky. More precipitation looking to develop as we head towards Thursday morning. So your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period. Overall, we'll be under a cloudy sky with a chance for a few raindrops and some flurries. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma?
Rock on, Devin. A new giant Coast Guard ship has docked down in Portland. The U.S. Coast Guard cutter William Chadwick stopped by 4 Points Marina yesterday. It's the newest Coast Guard cutter in the fleet. The 150-foot-long ship is dedicated to search and rescue and living marine resources and is ready to cover all of New England's coastline.
We would be in Connecticut 1 week, and the next week we could be up in, Rockland, Maine.
The ship's home port is in Boston, and some of the crew on board say they're born and raised in Maine and that it was a good day to pay a visit home.
Very neat.
I know we talked about this last hour, but I forgot to Google what a cutter is.
Yeah.
But I know a cuddy is different than a cutter.
Yeah, that's like a cuddy cabin in a boat.
Right.
You're thinking of.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of the whiskey, Cuddy Sark.
Yeah. We'll research that more.
Right. Okay, still to come this morning, Tyler Cruz will have your sports updates.
Don't go away.
Whenever Maine Wood Floors wants to know the weather, they log on to foxbangor.com. Whether you're searching to add beauty with a new hardwood floor or need to restore your old one, Maine Wood Floors is your hardwood flooring expert in Mid-Coast Maine.
Whether it's coaching kids soccer, volunteering at the local firehouse, helping out at the food pantry, or providing the children of our employees with scholarships, the New England Toyota dealers and the thousands of people we employ play a role in lifting up the community. We're proud to serve you and to be part of those things that benefit us all. Toyota. Let's go places.
Now what? You say it when things go wrong. At Prudential, we think you should say it when things go right, too. Like when you score your dream job, sell your business, or discover she's smart, really smart. Now what? Here's what. You connect with Prudential's rock-solid team serving over 50 million people with investment, insurance, and retirement know-how. Who's your rock? Visit Prudential.com or speak to an advisor today.
Sometimes big truck accidents can result in big case settlements. These are just some of the big case results I fought to get my clients. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
I went to Angie and typed in pool,
water heater,
cleaners, garage,
interior painting, exterior painting.
For whatever project you need, there's an option. Oh, I have another project. Let me try this.
Get started at Angie.com today.
The NASCAR Cup Series fires into Phoenix, where the best of the best look to rise again. Yes! Sunday at 3 Eastern on Fox.
Welcome in to Fast Break Tournament Edition, brought to you by Dorsey Furniture and Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. This is it. Tuesday was the final night of the Maine High School basketball tournament, and boy, what a ride it has been. Class B and C handing out girls and boys gold balls in Portland and Bangor. Let's start down south, where Ellsworth is looking to make some history. Girls Class B at the Expo, Spruce Mountain and Ellsworth. This one was an absolute thriller. We're going to kick this one off in the first quarter. Ellsworth off to a blazing start. Abby Raydell launches the three. Eagles up by 5. They led 19-6 after 1, keeping the pedal to the metal. Here's freshman Elizabeth Bowles launches a 3. They were up 17 at the half. Let's skip ahead now to the fourth quarter. Here comes Spruce Mountain. Olivia Mastine, she had 20. The 3 gives them the lead. Eagles lead down to 5. Later in the fourth, Mastine taking it all the way for the basket and 1. That gives them the lead, 53-52. But Ellsworth would come back down to Addison Atherton, ties it with the short-range jumper. And then Megan Jordan with the clutch gene, a huge free throw with 13.9 to go. Ellsworth hangs on to win 57-56. It's the program's first ever state championship.
We just all worked together. We just trusted each other, and it came out our way. So that's all that matters.
All right, let's go on to the boys Class B state championship now. It's Orono and Oceanside, both looking to strike gold, and the Expo is packed. Let's pick it up in the third quarter. Ben Francis with a 3. That's going to put the Riots up by 7. Later in the quarter, Oceanside's Alex Collins, he's going to clean up. The Mariners are down 6 after 3. To the fourth we go. Riot's keeping the heat on. Francis taking it all the way for 2. He had 23 points late in the 4th. Mariners hanging around. Cohen Galley drops a long-range 3. Orono still up 10, though, and the Riots would hang on for dear life. Up 3, time winding down. Alex Collins front rims it. Orono hangs on to win the Class B gold ball, 61-58.
It feels so good. 42 years in the making. Orono High School hasn't won a gold ball. It feels good to make history over here, especially with this group of guys.
All right, the first final of the night at the Cross Center is the Class C girls final between Dexter and Old Orchard Beach. Second quarter, Dexter trailing. Callie Goodrow into Hannah Dean. She gives it to Maisie Peach. She nails the nice hook shot from in close. Later into the second we go. Elise McNair on the steal for Beach. She'll take it all the way by herself, coast to coast with the left and one. Old Orchard Beach led 20-14 at the half. To the third we go. Dexter trying to claw back. Jillian Poliquin to Abby Corson. She pulls it from 3 and she buries it, but the Seagulls were tough in the 4th. Here is Sarah Davis driving to the hole. She's going to get the lay-in to go. The Seagulls would hold on to their lead. They win 35-24 to take home the first state title in program history.
We knew this was very possible from the get-go, and we executed tonight. And I mean, there's no other way that I would want to end my senior year of playing for Old Orchard. I'm definitely going to miss having this jersey on next year.
All right, to the nightcap we go at the Cross Center. Class C boys final between Calais and Dirigo. First minute of the first quarter, Trenton Hutchinson finds Charlie Houghton. He spins away, pulls up and drains the 3. Cougars led by 3 after 1. Second quarter we go. Calais stayed even. Evan Gillespie brings it down. Nice hop step in the lane. He gets that one to go. Devils down 32-30 at the half. Late in the third, it continues to stay close. Caden Small to Jace Cook in the corner. He nails the triple. That's going to give Calais the lead, and it would be neck and neck down the stretch, but Dirigo would pull away. Here's Hutchinson on the drive. He gets to the rim, count it, and the foul. He's fired up. Dirigo wins 65-58. They're Class C boys champs for the second year in a row.
I have no words. I'm speechless. I love these group of guys. We've been playing basketball since second grade together, and it's just crazy. Winning back-to-back with these kids just means everything to me.
All right, that's going to put a bow on basketball season. Let's head to the ice now. On Wednesday, Bangor Hockey will play in the Class A semis against Thornton Academy at the Cross Arena. They are just 2 wins away from also making history. The Rams finished 6th in Class A this season, but on Friday they pulled off a big quarterfinal upset, knocking off number 3 Edward Little, team that's beaten them in 5 straight games. Last year, Bangor is one of the top teams in Class A, but after graduating a very talented senior class, it's been a little bit of a learning curve. They seem to be clicking at the perfect time.
We all wanted to win, everyone does, but I feel like just something clicked where everyone just all of a sudden wanted it more, and we started putting shots on net. We started seeing goals go in, and that definitely helped.
We really had to figure out a way to step up. My line has been able to, with Mark and Miles, we've definitely been able to score, but our other line, they've really stepped up and been able to produce a lot of points in our last 5 or 6 games, which is really good, and we really needed that.
Bangor wins on Wednesday. They will not only get revenge on TA for beating them in the regular season, but they will punch their ticket to the state title game in Portland on Saturday. The Rams have never won a state championship in program history. They're just focused on Wednesday right now, but the whole vibe is pretty positive.
It's going to take us being really hard on the puck to generate some offense and score some goals tomorrow. We're all pretty positive right now. We're just working hard, and hopefully good things will come.
Wishing them luck on Wednesday. That's all the time we have for sports, though. Be right back after the break.
Bathfitter is a better way to remodel your tub. Precise measuring means the perfect fit. The Bathfitter tub-over-tub process means no mess or stress. A custom-made tub and seamless wall mean a watertight fit. Premium acrylic means it lasts a lifetime. And all this together means a great value. Bathfitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and 0 compromises. Just go to anthemmainhealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Main Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainhealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
Come bowl a few games here at Bangor Brewer Bowling Lanes. We're one of the only candlepin bowling alley centers in Maine, conveniently located in the heart of Brewer. You always have the opportunity to simply bowl for fun. However, you can also join a league. We have youth leagues, adult and senior leagues. Now don't forget, we also host birthday parties for under $100, and gift certificates are also available. Give us a call right away at 989-3798 to make reservations for your birthday party today.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm here with Tim and Sue Caverly. Guys, thank you for coming on the show this morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you. And so, of course, we're here to talk about your 12th book that's recently published,
Yes.
or are we waiting? It's not out yet.
It's out.
Oh, good, because you let me get a first
Yes.
look at it. I feel special for that. But so, what's your new book that you've published?
It's Conversations. It's comes from 78 years of tales between my brother Buzz, who was in Baxter Park for 46 years, and myself as 32 years as a Maine Park Ranger.
Yep.
And we're pleased that the book has been very well received, and it's already gone to many states throughout the United States as well as into Canada.
Wow. So how is this book kind of an accumulation of all of your stories? Because you've written a lot of different stories over the years. I think we can get a shot of this. But this is just an example of all the stories that have been written over the years. And how is it an accumulation?
The fun thing with our books is based on us walking the ground. When we write about something, whether it's a bear on the roof of a ranger's camp, or searching for a drowning victim, or helping someone from being lost, we've done all that.
Yep.
And so these are actually stories from my brothers and I experience, as well as Susan. She's a very strategic part of what we do.
Yeah. And Susan, you have an example, right, for us to read. A lot of the entries I've come to understand are journal entries. So it comes from that time and place as you were there.
And also some historic journal entries. The one she's going to read is from the first supervisor of Baxter Park, Helan Taylor.
Oh, wow.
So this comes from the early 60s.
Gotcha. So this is a history lesson within itself alongside the storytelling aspect.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yes.
We'd love to hear it.
And it's a cute one.
Yeah. Perfect.
From the diary of Helan Taylor, week of July 9th, 1966, Tuesday, to A-Ball Field and help Ranger Cavalry evict a party with pets. They had 1 cat, 1 squirrel, 6 salamanders, and a turtle. They had been told not to come into the park with their pets, but they sneaked in after the ranger had gone to bed at night.
How do you sneak in a cat box?
And a squirrel and 6 salamanders and a turtle? I don't know.
But they did it.
They did it.
Gotcha. So that's just a taste.
That's just a taste.
Gotcha.
And we've got those little journal entries all throughout this book right here.
Yeah.
Conversations.
You have plenty of stories, and it's so cool that that's with your brother as well. I wanted to bring up too, I saw you in Maine Sportsman recently. You write in there.
Yes.
So there's more stories. You have stories everywhere, and speaking of that, Maine Sportsman's show is coming up this weekend in Orono, correct?
No, that one is coming up in the end of the month.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Where will you be this weekend? My bad.
We will be at the Eastern Maine Sportsman Show at Orono, Friday 4 to 8,
Gotcha.
Saturday 9 to 8, Sunday 9 to 4, and we'll have our new book. And so if folks would like to have their own personalized copy, we'd be happy to sign one for them.
Gotcha. So this appeals to sportsmen and everybody who likes stories. If you like Maine and you love the outdoors, it's for everybody.
We guarantee to tell you something you never heard before.
Yeah, I believe it. Well, thank you guys for coming on the show today.
Well, thank you for having us.
Of course. We'll send it over to weather now for our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Century 21 Queen City Real Estate, servicing the area for over 70 years. Experience matters. Here we go. So a small craft advisory is posted until 7 p.m. later on this evening. As we're watching for some wave heights, they'll be a little bit high from time to time too, with an area of low pressure is moving out towards sea as we speak. And that's causing some of the buoys to report up to 7-foot wave heights, at least right around in here, and maybe around 2 to 6 feet further off towards the north. And again, later this evening, we'll start seeing things relax just a bit. We've had a little bit of snow moving in from the northeast going toward the south and west. Any accumulations haven't been anything too impressive. We will not be worrying about any accumulations today. Once this pushes through, just a few sprinkles, maybe a few flurries possible throughout the daytime period today. Let's give you the bigger picture. Here's low pressure right here that is moving away now. Notice the flow here is definitely not looking as impressive. Still in general, a northeast to southwest flow, but not as impressive as what we saw earlier in the week. So plotting everything on right now, overall, we're watching a little bit of a calmer stretch. So once we get this through that we're seeing this morning, just some flurries and sprinkles, now be about it. We have low pressure out toward the ocean right now and a warm front that's staying out toward the north, at least for the time being. So futurecast moving forward, we'll keep this northeast to southwest flow going for a while longer. Maybe again a few flurries and sprinkles today, as temperatures will be making it into the 40s from time to time too. But again, later on tonight, they'll be watching for a little bit of snow, especially by Thursday morning. So tonight we're actually dry. The snow approaches as we head towards tomorrow morning by about 7 to 8 a.m. again, maybe mixing with a little bit of rain as temperatures make it into the 40s. Then later in the afternoon, Thursday, the clouds look to break up, so maybe some sunshine before the sun begins to set, and then things looking pretty good, especially as we head towards Friday morning. So meanwhile, though, our average high is 37 degrees for this time of the year. We'll be in the lower 40s today, tomorrow, also to your Friday, upper 30s Saturday, back in the lower 40s Sunday into Monday, upper 30s again for your Tuesday. Forecast for today, lower 40s mostly cloudy, some sprinkles and flurries possible. North wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. By tonight, upper 20s, mostly cloudy and breezy. North wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. For tomorrow, lower 40s, rain and snow showers on the way again. North wind backing off to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Century 21 Queen City Real Estate. Friday will be mostly sunny, looking pretty nice. Temperatures in the lower 40s, upper 30s for your Saturday with a partly cloudy sky, and partly cloudy on Sunday. Also the time change with highs in the lower 40s.
You didn't live this strong, this long, to get put on the shelf like a porcelain doll. But 1 out of 2 women over 50 will suffer a fracture from osteoporosis. You should know you can build new bone with Evenity for postmenopausal women with osteoporosis at high risk for fracture. Ask your doctor if you can do more than just slowing down bone loss with Evenity. Want stronger bones? Then build new bone. Evenity can help in just 12 months. Evenity is proven to reduce spine fracture risk by 73%.
Evenity can increase risk of heart attack, stroke, or death from a cardiovascular problem. Do not take Evenity if you have low blood calcium or are allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions and low blood calcium have occurred. Tell your doctor about jawbone problems, as they have been reported with Evenity, or about pain in your hip, groin, or thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred.
Don't let a break put you on a shelf. Talk to your doctor about building new bone with Evenity.
Since 1950, Fairhaven Camps, located in Brooks, Maine, has provided quality Christian summer camping experiences to young people from Maine and beyond. At Fairhaven Camps, we empower youth from ages 6 through 17 to seek the truth of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Fairhaven Camps offers day or overnight camps as well as horsemanship and wilderness camps. Fairhaven Camps is now hiring for summer staff and accepting registration for campers. To sign up, apply, or donate, please visit www.fairhavencamps.org or call us today.
On the next Last Man Standing.
We're doing our final push for promotion for our Big Ass Bass Fest.
Oh, what a charming name.
It's the Outdoor Man event of the season.
I am so excited I get to run the kids' corral this year.
Face painting.
It is the most popular booth.
But it's not all fun and games.
What do you think?